Have you ever felt like the universe is playing a cruel joke on you, especially when your less experienced colleague gets promoted instead of you? Well, you're not alone. It's a scenario that plays out in workplaces around the globe. One minute you're sipping your coffee, feeling confident in your skills and experience. The next minute you're choking on that very same coffee as the announcement of the new team lead echoes in your ears. And it's not you. It's the new guy. The one who still asks where the break room is. This bewildering experience can leave you feeling like a deer caught in the high beams of an oncoming truck, full of confusion and a dash of frustration. You might even start questioning your own worth and capabilities. But before you declare the universe your arch nemesis, let's dive into why this might be happening. Now, before you start polishing your voodoo dolls, remember that promotions are not always about experience. You might think of promotions as a marathon, where the person who's been running the longest gets the gold. But in fact, it's more like a triathlon, where different skills and strengths come into play at different stages. Take leadership skills, for instance. You could be the most experienced person in the office, but if you couldn't lead a group of kindergartners to a candy shop, you might find yourself left in the dust. Leadership is about inspiring and motivating others, making decisions under pressure, and having a vision for the future. It's like being the captain of a ship. You need to know where you're going, how to get there, and how to convince your crew to follow you. Then, there are interpersonal skills. Remember, no one wants to work with a grumpy gargoyle. If you're the kind who spreads cheer and goodwill, you're more likely to be seen as promotion material. It's like being the life of the party. You're not just there for the fun, you're making the fun happen. And let's not forget initiative. It's not enough to just do your job, you've got to show that you're willing to go the extra mile. Think of it like being a dog fetching a stick. You're not just waiting for someone to throw it, you're running ahead and bringing it back before they even ask. But here's the kicker, these skills are often invisible to the untrained eye. They're like the wind, you can't see them, but you can see their effects. They're the unseen factors that can tip the scales in favor of a less experienced colleague when promotion time rolls around. So, it seems experience isn't the only heavyweight in the promotion boxing ring. In the world of promotions, perception is the magic wand that can turn a frog into a prince. Have you ever wondered how this magic wand works? Well, it's all about the power of perception. In the grand theater of work life, each of us plays a character, and how we portray ourselves on this stage, how we manage our image and reputation, can significantly impact our career trajectory. Consider your less experienced colleagues who leapfrog their way to a promotion. You might think, but I am more qualified, more experienced. True, you might be. But here's the twist. It's not always about who's the most experienced or the most skilled, it's about who is perceived to be the most valuable. These less experienced colleagues of yours, they might be masters of perception. They might be better at showcasing their skills, at making their achievements visible, at managing their image. They're not just doing their jobs, they're also making sure that people know they're doing their jobs. Remember, perception is not about faking it. It's about highlighting the real, positive aspects of your work and your character. It's about ensuring your efforts don't go unnoticed. It's about not hiding your light under a bushel. So, let's think about your approach. Are you silently slogging away, hoping that your work will speak for itself? That strategy might work sometimes, but it's a gamble. Why leave your career progression to chance when you can take control? Start managing your perception. Make your achievements known. Be proactive in demonstrating your value. Don't just be good at your job, be good at letting people know you're good at your job. Be your own public relations manager, and remember, it's not about being boastful or arrogant. It's about ensuring that your contributions are recognized, that your value is seen, that your potential is acknowledged. It's about swapping your invisibility cloak for a little more spotlight. So, maybe it's time to swap your invisibility cloak for a little more spotlight. Remember, in the corporate world, it's not just what you know, but who you know. Let's take a moment to really appreciate the profundity of this statement. The corporate world is a complex web of relationships and networks, and it's within these networks that opportunities often arise. The art of networking, therefore, is one that should not be underestimated. You see, it's not always about your years of experience or your impressive list of qualifications. Sometimes it's about your ability to build relationships, to connect with others on a personal level, and to be remembered for the right reasons. Because let's face it, when it comes to making decisions about promotions, people are more likely to consider those they know well and have a good rapport with. Consider this, your less experienced colleagues may not have as many years under their belt, But what if they're the ones always engaging in conversation, always showing an interest in others, and always present at social events? What if they're the ones remembered for their charisma, their enthusiasm, or their knack for making others feel valued? This is where the art of networking comes into play. It's about more than just making small talk at the water cooler or attending the occasional work function. It's about fostering genuine connections, showing an interest in others, and making a positive impression. It's about being seen, being remembered, and being considered when opportunities arise. So don't underestimate the power of a good conversation, a shared laugh, or a genuine interest in your colleagues. These are the things that build relationships, foster trust, and ultimately open doors. And remember, networking doesn't have to be a chore. It's as simple as saying hello, asking about someone's day, or sharing a moment of camaraderie. It's about being present, being genuine, and being someone others enjoy being around. So, the next time there's a social event at work, don't be a wallflower. Instead of plotting your colleague's downfall, consider this as an opportunity to up your game. Now you might be wondering, how do you do that? Well, let's dive into some strategies. Firstly, focus on improving your skills. This doesn't mean you have to become the office know-it-all. Just find the right balance between being a team player and showcasing your individual talents. Remember, no one likes a show-off, but everyone appreciates a go-getter. Then, there's managing perception. This isn't about faking it until you make it, but about projecting the best version of yourself. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have a magnetic aura that draws others in? That's not magic, it's a well-crafted image. Start by being reliable, punctual, and helpful. And don't forget to smile. A positive attitude is contagious and can go a long way in changing how others perceive you. And of course, the art of networking. It's not just about attending every office party or corporate event, it's about building genuine relationships. Show interest in others, listen more than you talk, and share your own experiences when appropriate. Remember, networking is not a one-way street. It's about mutual benefit. Here's a little secret. Self-improvement can be fun. Think of it as a personal project. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate your victories. Before you know it, you'll be climbing up the corporate ladder with the best of them. And finally, don't forget to keep your sense of humor. In the world of business, things can get pretty serious, but a good laugh can lighten the mood and make you more approachable. So, crack a joke, share a funny story, or simply laugh at your mistakes. After all, we're all human. Remember, promotions are like a game of chess. You need to make the right moves. So take a deep breath, roll up your sleeves, and let's make those moves together. So the next time your less experienced colleague gets promoted, don't get mad, get even. Let's recap what we've discussed. Promotions aren't always about experience. Unseen factors like the power of perception and the art of networking often play a crucial role. Remember, it's not just about what you know, it's also about who you know and how you're perceived. Learning to navigate these dynamics can give you an edge in the corporate world. Use this information to your advantage. Don't just stew in frustration, channel that energy into improving yourself. Master the art of networking, manage your image, and be proactive in seeking growth opportunities. In the end, it's not about beating your colleagues. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and letting that shine through in your work. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on surviving the corporate jungle. Because we're all in this together, one promotion at a time.